and feels very uncomfortable with the sky.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Ceiling that has no end.
Honestly,
It just goes up.
to your question, Gundra, he doesn't really mind it up here. He makes a very brief remark about how nobody gives a shit up here, and that's very freeing. Like, you can do something incredibly embarrassing, and people forget it the next day. But at the same time, he would like to return to Benzobaranzan, if only to just explore and make sure that the demonic incursion that we saw hasn't affected it or hasn't.
Make sure mommy's still in control.
The problem is that while we're up here, the surface, and he means like the ground, is the perfect barrier against all information. We When you're underground and in the Underdark, you hear little tidbits here and there about what's happening in Graklestug, what's happening in Menzoberranzan. Even like the old southern colonies, you get little tidbits here and there of like nomadic groups entering them or whatever. Up here, you get nothing. It's not connected at all.
Hmm.
And it makes it very hard to determine when is a good idea to go back into the Underdark. That said, if an opportunity presents itself, Gundra is willing to go down. Uh, Keeluth obviously is willing to go down, as he said. It's just a matter of finding an opportunity.
You go to Keyleth and ask, how do you feel about returning?
Oop, cut off. Kale?
Keyleth, come back. Keyleth, come back.
Her internet is killing itself.
Damn you, Charter. Charter's in league with these demons. Keyleth, come back.
Keeluth. Damn. It really be like this.
Well, basically, uh, until Keyleth gets back, Thodane is inclined. He's somewhat defeated too after
Mm-hmm.
his pit fighting experience, and is somewhat inclined to separate to go attempt to dig up any artifacts or anything that might be helpful in thwarting this demon occurrence. So if there's no like objections from Frankie or the Drow,
Frankie's in a different continent, my buddy. Not continent, country.
he'd be
so.
inclined to go back down to do that, and also to be a connection to Rogi as well.
Gundra does inform him that there is some place down underground that he doesn't know where it is. It's well hidden, and while you're mostly looking for at the ruins of the world, he is interested in finding a place called Graven Hollow. It's a large library.
Interesting.
Yeah, so look out for it. Send a message as we can. Did you happen to learn sending, by the way?
I did not learn sending. I had no reason to take it in this campaign.
I have not either, which has been terrible because I think I've been intending to speak to Frankie for weeks now.
I've had so much sending involved in Gavin's campaign that I'm just like, nah, I'm not doing that shit again.
We're done with that.
Yep, I'm over it for a little while.
He's straight done.
I'm not putting myself through it that soon.
I'm glad I've made it traumatic for you.
It's not traumatic. I just have like 3 different items that have different types of sending, and then I have like sending abilities, and it's like we have so many different people that we constantly need to talk
Whenever
to.
you carry around 9 phones, as soon as you get to just
Right,
drop it all,
exactly.
it's wonderful. You don't go on Twitter every 20 seconds. It's great.
It's like, what was this phone for? Fuck.
So, what are you spending that last week doing then? Just you could
So
just say relaxation again if you want.
yeah, that's fine. It's mainly just
Relaxation prepped as
I want to spend the last week like I guess
prepping.
tying
Just
up loose
talking.
ends, kind of.
Yeah.
Like
Alright.
like making arrangements to keep in contact with everyone. Seeing as everybody's kind of
This is the great
united
moment
in
for it.
this
Then
anti-demon campaign.
then I've got something for you. Just at that last kind of week, Dane, you get to hear this too, or Frankie, I should say. You listening in, Frankie?
Franklin.
Franklin.
Franklin Pastromo.
Franklin Pistrolo the Third.
Frankie the
Pastrami has left
purveyor
the
of
chat.
fine meats.
Frankie has fallen into a pit. He has entered the Underdark.
He's
Again.
taking this too seriously.
Frank Castle.
Tony Soprano.
The Godfather.
I am recording now, so you just want to continue and.
Oh, you could have been recording this whole time.
I kind of remembered it halfway through, and then I was like, "Is this really worth recording? Because we're just rolling."
Sure. I mean, sure, but
Yeah, but I have
track
been. I have been since the sort of second to last week of Rio. So.
Okay. Yeah, we just need to get a hold of Dane. Dane. Dane.
Dang. Danny, come back.
You could blame it on me.
I had a little bit of a hiccup. I don't know if he did too.
I mean, no, I just think he probably put it on mute and then walked away. Or he's playing a game that's too loud, can't hear us.
That's why I ping.
We'll
Ping
be
him
playing
again.
Hollow Knight.
What?
We're done with Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's...
Yeah, the Radiance
beyond
has been defeated.
I smacked her.
It's not really a nice thing to do.
Now.
You know what? She was creating a mind plague that was turning everybody into zombies.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a bit justified.
I don't agree.
I said a bit.
Now, if you want a
I
video
love
game,
that little knight.
if you want a video game distraction now, I will be speedrunning Deltarune Chapter 2 specifically.
No.
Proceed.
No.
The reason I do
Proceed.
this is because I found the secret
Proceed.
boss of the chapter and I
Proceed.
beat him on
Proceed.
one
Proceed.
fucking try,
Proceed.
and I'm like, I'm the best at video games now. I'm stronger than God. And then I am sent to the hell dimension for my crimes.
Hell,
I still have yet to get to Jevil. Oh, I mean, I've gotten past Jevil, but I need to beat him.
You want to just continue, Daniel? For now?
Well, I guess. Anyways, so, good old Thodane, you're with the rest of the drow as you get this message as well. And it says, come at once to Gauntlgrym for an audience with King Bruenor Battlehammer to discuss matters of grave importance concerning your experiences in the Underdark. Which is a very hefty note, because King Bruenor Battlehammer, the Dwarven King, is not one to likely send you, a Duergar, a message like this.
Can I insight check the message to see if it's legitimate?
Inside. You can
I want you to explain to me
probably.
how you would do that.
I think if you're
Does it
looking
feel
for,
like
Do you
somebody
have a
cast something on me?
forger's kit?
I think investigation would probably be better for that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Sure,
that's
I'll
how you
take
usually.
anything.
You can
Investigation
probably
is how
insight
you.
the
I'd rather
handwriting
investigate it,
style.
honestly.
See if they wrote it angrily or not.
Investigation is used for discerning illusions and also, I assume, discerning other things about a thing.
Yeah.
So.
Does it seem like a real send?
It has the very authentic feel of the king.
Hmm.
Okay. Fine.
Goes to a library, compares seal. It's the same. Damn.
Oh, son of a
Damn.
bitch. God damn.
Like
I was
this dude's
hoping this was fraud.
yeah, this dude's like important. He's as described by I forget who started it, but he is the dwarven king. Like
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he is
This is
the
the
Dwarven
dude that
King.
is in the fucking player's handbook, right?
probably.
He's in the player's handbook.
Yes, yes.
He's in tons of R.A. Salvatore novels. He's part of the Companions, which is he's Dritz's best friend.
Well, that
Dritz
bodes well for
Duerden's
us, I
best
guess.
friend.
I don't.
He is the Dwarven King of Dwarves. There is no man more Dwarven than King Bruenor Battlehammer. He is the most famous king and the most accomplished king.
Yeah, as
He's
you're talking about heading back into the Underdark with your other drow companions, you are all three given this missive. The summons, if you will.
Let's ignore this. I don't want to die. And he seems like he's absolutely going to kill us
I
if
don't
we don't say
think.
what we want.
I don't think we can.
I think you can really say no. I don't think that's how this type of thing works.
Yes.
You watch me.
This is this is as close to the surface has as the matron of the Bienre family calling upon you.
Dan, would we know, like, is this something we have to show up for?
Yeah.
Yes, like I can't imagine. Like
That's what I assume.
this
so.
isn't a you are cordially invited. It's like you are summoned.
Yeah, this is like, you're basically going.
It says
It even says come at once.
it's
But,
like,
the idea of this is an option has clearly been thrown out the window. They add words like grave important.
This is really not what you want. This
It's
is like,
it's red ink.
this is like you
Yeah.
snuck out of your house to go drink with friends and your parents call you.
I
Never had-
think for the sake of our position here, we do not encourage a dwarven brigade to march into this town and take us prisoner, and rather go willingly, and as soon as anything problematic goes down, we carve a hole into the side of the mountain until there's an exit.
Sounds
I'm
good
I'm
to
not
me. Other
digging
plan.
holes. I'll just murder my way out. Fine, let's go.
That's the metaphor I was.
Are you like robbing someone right now?
He could be.
I assumed when you were telling us that lore earlier, you were robbing people while you were doing it.
Gundra has been very
Just, like,
clear he does not want him
casually
to rob people.
Pickpocketing people.
Yeah, I like to think you just walk up to some stranger and just give them a pat on the arm and rifle through their pockets. And they're just like, the fuck? And you just wave and leave.
Buys a breakfast
Keyleth
bagel.
is specifically switching items around among persons so that way Gundra cannot be mad at him for technically stealing anything. He's just intentionally misplacing things
Gundra is
on
so
other people.
Gundra is so personally invested in not being seen as a criminal up here. And his brother, as they have been constantly referring to each other as, is an outright thief.
He's not a thief. He's not keeping anything he takes. He's just maneuvering it amongst the people.
Oh
You're
yeah,
worse,
so
you're worse than a fucking tender, I swear.
I guess we're gonna go see this fucking king that's probably gonna lock us up or kill us.
It's a good thing Kinder aren't
I
real.
mean, I think Gundra you would have the knowledge of. They sent you this invite.
I mean,
It seems
logically.
more like
do
they're
something.
freaked out, and
Yeah.
we were survivors, so we know
They
things.
clearly understand where we are. If they wanted to kill
We
us,
are so insignificant. Like,
well,
yeah.
I mean,
Well, in like the eyes of the king, you know, like there's no need for them to send all this to have us come in to get arrested. You know,
he has assassins.
like,
He has
right.
assassins.
That would be the easiest fucking thing in the world. Not even like a second thought. So
If he really
we'll
wanted
be
us dead,
fine.
I believe someone has told me he has had contact with Dritz Do Erden. He could just send that maniac and slaughter us all in an instant.
Maniac.
Yeah, he's a maniac. He kills people randomly for no reason.
He did kill Quenthel Bayenrai.
He killed a
Chopped her
Bayenrai.
head.
Why? Probably just conflict.
He killed
or
multiple Bayenrais. I think he
he's
killed
killed multiple.
he killed both Quenthel Bayenrai and Yvenel, the
To
big
be
bad
fair, all
immortal
you need
herself.
to say is you've killed Quenthel Bayenrai. That's enough to take you seriously.
Like,
No, it's not. It's Quenthel Bayenrai.
Exactly.
But okay.
I mean, I heard about a group of dwarves called the Wrath Bearers that were all monks, and they suck. So if they don't send those by us going to this, then great.
The other ones are way worse. I forget what they're called, but they're like elite troops that Bruenor Battlehammer has specifically fostered that
Uh-huh.
No.
Go on.
cock tease.
See?
Dane, are you back? Are you here? Where are you? Dane, come back!
Pastrami, come back.
What?
Oh, finally. God damn. We're ready to begin with most of the campaign, or the continuation of all this. We've been waiting for a while. But you have a little special thing for you and Frankie Pastrami. Are you ready?
Sure.
You get a note specifically addressed to you with a personal messenger and everything. It says, "Come at once to Gauntlgrym for an audience with King Bruenor Battlehammer to discuss matters of grave importance concerning your experiences in the Underdark." Everyone else has also received these notes. It is a very official summons, one of which is not wise to ignore.
Mm-hmm. By somebody so infamous that we have referred to him as the Dwarven King. He is that important.
There is no Dwarven King quite like Bruenor Battlehammer in terms of importance.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the message he sent us, we basically sussed out that he doesn't want to arrest and kill us.
Mm-hmm. You have less of a...
There's no need to do all that work.
I think Frankie has less concern about that because he's a normal boy.
Well, sure, but he's a underground person, so he probably doesn't want to be in front of a king necessarily.
He's a mole person is all I heard from that.
You know, that's like being in front of the law or some shit.
All right.
Anyways, so do you accept these summons and start heading to good old Gauntlgrym?
I guess, yeah.
Alright. Frankie?
Can I bring my cousin Vinny?
Sure. Vinny, well-known member of the, we'll just say, well-known member of the Zentarum, has heard about this gathering and is also on his way there. So
He's my enforcer.
Mm-hmm.
Are
Did-
your relatives all the Jersey Shore cast?
His
What's
cousin
what's
Vinny?
Jersey?
What the hell is Jersey?
Everything is legal in
think-
New Jersey.
Isn't
Oh,
cousin
no.
Vinny from New York?
It's actually my brother-in-law.
What?
Question.
Yeah.
When Thodane and I got our madnesses removed,
hmm
did
I
that
never
also
actually
remove?
had madness, I don't think.
Oh, damn! Lucky you.
Your-
Did
Your sanity
Did-
level does not change.
no sandy level? No, but did the Zugtamoy's gift
Oh,
thing
that should have
go
been
away?
gone. That should have been away for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
rad.
It simply lasts for a long while.
Well, I made it a lot easier on you guys because normally that kind of thing would kill you.
Oh,
Mhm.
great. Love that.
Like you get 3 rolls, and if you fail all like 3 of them, you die.
Oh, well, glad we didn't die.
Yeah, no problem.
Glad I
Thanks.
didn't accept a fucking mushroom gift.
So on your way traveling, here's some art.
Ooh.
You travel back at some pace or another.
Moria.
No, Gauntlgrym.
You are taken to a place called Gauntlgrym. You've all heard of it. I think for the most part, this is all your first time arriving.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, it's just built into the side of a into a mountain.
The door is a dwarf's head.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
They love dwarf faces and
They do.
architecture.
so true, so true.
It's like spiders to the drow.
The
And
Yep.
beard is the most important part of the square people.
that's right. Known as just the capital of the ancient dwarven empire of the Delzaun, however you want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard legends that it was recently retaken by Bruenor Battlehammer. They take you into the city. Everyone, all the dwarves especially, eyeing you all very suspiciously, a lot of them with hostility. But there is there's an air that the people attending to you personally put on, as if you are a very important guest.
Mm-hmm.
As much as the rest of the populace here doesn't agree to that, at least the attendants for you are playing that part.
When do we
Take you-
first see each other?
It takes a few weeks, I would imagine.
Okay.
So I would
Yeah.
say probably the first one to arrive might be actually Frankie, because his messenger is also a wizard who can teleport him back instantly. So after immediately getting Cousin Vinny to come along, Cousin Vinny and Frankie can teleport straight to Gauntlgrym. So, Frankie, you have like a couple weeks within this underground city. You probably talk and meet some people, but for the most part, you're given a very nice room. You're attended to with 3 very delicious meals a day.
As
You're asked
expected.
not to leave or move around too much because of your importance, but also just so you're not disturbing the ongoings of Gauntlgrym. That being said, they don't necessarily stop you from wandering Gauntlgrym. A few things they do explain is mostly everyone travels by minecart. Enchanted minecarts that travel to every corner of the city is the main way people get through this whole place. They just hop in, let it go, and they stop at certain, just like a train track, so to speak. They just stop, you get out, move along. Yes. Other than that, you notice there are also many ghosts, kind of reminding you of Blington Stone in a way. Certain areas of Gauntlgrym are just filled with dwarven ghosts that warn you away or just ignore you entirely. You've been warned not to traverse these areas too often. Other than that, about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks later, the other three arrive. Good old Gundra, uh, Keeluth, and Thodane. You arrive. You're kind of given a very similar, if not more hostile treatment.
Uh-huh. Expected.
Yeah, like they're surprised you're not chained up for the most of the citizens watching you. But instead, you're still being treated like royal guests.
Yeah, I think anybody who snarls at Gundra, he responds to them with an obviously malicious smile.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ooh, look how I'm being treated, you fucking idiots.
Oh yeah, after a few moments of just wandering the city, you're getting given the same rundown of, oh, don't go over here, they're ghosts, probably not gonna like you.
The moment
Night guards, lights, whatever.
the moment Gundra sees Frankie, he does yell, "Frankie! It's been so long! How have you been, dear friend?" And like, he's just acting like he's the kind of person who does this.
Yes. Okay.
He's also
How
wearing
you
a funny
responding?
little butler uniform, but like a casual butler's uniform, and his hair is like more done than normal and has more braids throughout it. And he tries to
Vinny's
like
gonna look
small
at him.
talk with you.
I would say it's been 3 months since you've all seen each other. Well,
Mhm.
since you guys have seen Frankie.
Vinny's gonna look at him and be like, "Hey, you know this guy, boss?" And Frankie's gonna be like, "I think so."
Yes.
Who is your associate? Gundra Myvert. Pleasure to be probably your first experience with a drow, I would expect. And he just
Oh,
holds out
meet
his
too
head
many
and
of
waits
you
for a
guys.
shake.
Vinny won't even raise his hand.
All right. You keep strange company, Mr. Pastrami. I'm going to go
Why
see
are
my
you
room.
calling him
Strange.
Mister?
Unlike you, I've developed social skills over the past few months, so I know how to speak politely and greet an
Flashback to
old
that
friend.
date. Flashback to the
Properly.
date.
That's exactly what Keith was about to bring up, but he decided not to.
Yeah, don't. Well,
Okay.
yeah, he goes to his room.
Yeah, all of your housing is like it's in like a, you would call it a cavern if it wasn't specifically built. It's like you walk from a large hallway into this area. It's got a common room and then it's separated out into very nice rooms from there. For the most part, it's like you're all living together, but you all have your own rooms that are very large and very well made. About a day or two later, our good friend Rogi is escorted through the city in the Iron Tabernacle, the main like hub of the city, all the way to, and you get a very similar treatment, Rogi, as the rest. You know, very hostile, but treated like a royal guest. I'm sure this, for the most part, this goes over Rogi's head.
Oh yeah. Well, he's got good insight, so he knows he's being mistreated, but he doesn't really care.
You're not being mistreated. You're just the populace, not a fan.
Yeah, he can tell. He just doesn't give two shits about it.
Yeah. And then eventually you are brought in, and you see Frankie Pastrami, a stranger, Keeluth, Gundra, and Thodane.
Same treatment. Make small
like-
talk.
Like to
Get the
describe-
stranger out of here. Now let's talk about what we've been doing for the past few months so we can all catch up and not have any surprises.
Rogi, would you like to describe how?
Yes,
you...
Rogi looks much different now.
Oh.
Rogi had
Did he finally rid himself of the mushroom infestation?
Oh no, it's gotten worse.
boy.
It's gotten
it's
significantly worse.
I think people are more looking at him to disgust than mistrust.
Yeah.
There's a
Is
bit
he
of both.
part of Davy Jones's
Um,
crew?
He still has most of the same equipment. Dan, I was going to ask you if this was okay if I sold some things that I don't have proficiency with anymore for things that I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just do a trade. I don't give a shit.
Cool. Rad. So the metal shield that he had found in the Underdark, and the studs on his leather armor have anything that was metal on him has been overgrown with mold and does not appear to exist anymore, though it still seems functional. And he just has mushrooms just growing out of his hair, out of his beard, out of everything. And you also see stool
Oh.
on his shoulder.
Huh.
Just kind of floating
That's
there.
not the real stool.
A smaller version of stool, but stool.
Stool's big boy.
Rogi, are you all right?
Alive?
It's a good question as
My
well.
dear friends, I have never been better.
Ah.
I see the inside of your brain has now become the outside.
It has. I have become enlightened.
That was not a compliment.
Here, look. Let me
No.
show you.
No.
And
Rogi, I must admit, while we have been battle companions, if you try to touch me or put any sort of mushrooms inside of me, I will kill you.
Hey,
oh
you
no.
guys were like almost more than battle companions. You were out in the Underdark together for a long fucking time.
Oh, Keluth knows.
No.
Okay.
Rogi,
If
I am...
you do not wish to be blessed, then I will not bless you. You must accept it. I would never force it upon you. Do not worry.
Like
Rogi,
shoe jar.
I am not happy, but fascinated that you have found the philosophical end to your beliefs. It's strange
Cute.
and, in a part, upsetting, but you have achieved something that I doubt many can even understand. Congratulations, I suppose. I hope you're happy with this.
You certainly
Cute.
look happy, so I'm fine with this.
You know, I did not know what you all would say. This is better than I expected.
Gundren nods, but doesn't say anything.
What all have you been doing with your time?
I
Oh,
got my ass beat so hard in the fighting pit.
that's what you focus on?
Oh.
I beat someone's ass very hard in the fighting pit.
You have done more research than I have seen some undergraduates at Sorcerer have done, and you're going to focus on the time someone beat your ass.
Like,
You
It's
know,
the only part that matters.
You gotta understand, Gundra, I'm an older warrior, and
How old
obviously
are you? You're not that old.
I'm older. I'm an older dwarf.
It's like a
But, like-
30-year-old saying he's an old man.
I've been using my medical knowledge to do some mundane healing on people, to the point where the town that we have been staying in believes I am an actual practicing doctor. I've never used that term personally, so I've not lied to them, but it's worked.
It's a living.
Genuinely, it is a living.
Oh, I am now better at healing people.
Oh, wonderful. You do that with, He kind of just vaguely gestures at you.
Yes. So if you are on the brink of death, I may need to put spores in your wounds.
You should
I
try
hope
it on
this is
Gundra
okay.
right now, just to see what happens.
Are you wounded? I can help.
Just shakes head no.
We will wait. I have a feeling we will be wounded soon.
Do you get the feeling that this is a
Also
trap?
gained the ability to see into the future a little bit.
I don't believe you, but we'll see. We'll get experience of that eventually, I assume, or it'll just be a
I
claim you
don't
keep making.
believe you.
Yeah, genuinely, like whatever this is, it doesn't look like any sort of divination Gundra is aware of.
Other than the real extreme kind.
There
What
is
did
holy
you-
divination, and there's the kind of wizards do. I believe Gromf is a divination wizard at core, though you couldn't even tell because he's just a master of everything at this point.
I love what you did with Gunder's little picture.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cute.
He's a little nice boy now. I will.
Aww,
Wait,
what a good little drow.
I show it off, haha, and then I put it away. Okay.
The little twinkling stars.
He's always
Wait,
had
what?
that. It's how
What are
I
you talking
represent that
about?
he's pretty.
He's talking about
Oh,
the
yeah,
chat
the picture.
avatars.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Tess.
But, so you've all gotten together. Frankie, do you have anything you want to say?
Nope.
Yeah, alright.
Does Vinny have anything he wants to say about this troop of freaks?
This motley crew.
No, Vinny doesn't talk
That's okay.
too much.
Oh,
Okay. After
He
some
just
time
beats
and,
ass.
some rest and a nice meal, you're given notice that it is soon time for you to meet with Bruenor.
Instant small spike of fear.
Do you do anything to get ready?
He would have killed us by now. We all agree about that, right?
I'm gonna cast tongues before
He's
I
a
go in.
dwarf. If he's going to kill us, it's going to be a public display of execution.
That's true. Damn your culture, dwarves. Guarded
not
like the
our
guard.
culture.
You have nearly identical cultures, save for
No, we do not.
you're both
You
honor
see how
bound.
much
You're both
color is in the buildings and the food and
It's
everything
related
here?
to them as you are to wood elves.
I'll
This guy's staring at that. Like in my mind, I was about to say that's completely different, but this is just like a moot point at this point. Your history is different, but you both have developed relatively equal societies in terms of what they respect. That said, I don't believe a Duergar would bother doing a public execution unless they had a point to it.
Exactly. We're very different.
Yeah, whatever.
So, I'll reiterate. Anything you would like to do to prepare for your meeting with Bruenor Battlehammer?
I practice
Casting.
common with Keyloof.
I'm casting tongues on myself.
That's
Can
fair.
tongues be cast on multiple people?
No, just himself,
Oh.
I think.
I don't
why
think
are you,
so.
Why are you casting tongues on yourself?
Just in case.
Okay.
Why not?
You know we know Dwarvish, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's just in case somebody else speaks in something.
Someone shows up, tries to speak Celestial.
Yeah, I don't want any funny combos going on.
Demon appears in the middle of it and says, "By the way, this is our entire plan in Abyssal."
You know what? I'll say
Yeah.
instead of... You have to use a spell slot to use tongues.
Yeah.
I'll say instead of that, you're notified that someone will be doing that for you all.
Oh.
So that
Oh.
even if you do
Okay.
not know common, that you will be able to speak and participate anyway.
Not gonna argue.
Yeah. So save onto that spell slot. Anything else?
I tell Keyloof that he should
No.
still practice common, because we might have to come back up here for some reason if this becomes a thing.
Gunter, if you die, I'm not coming back up to the surface.
Fine. Just
I mean, you gotta stay alive. Okay. Is everyone ready?
yeah.
You are taken to a mighty hall on which a red-haired dwarf of fierce and proud demeanor sits upon a massive stone throne, flanked by a number of guards and advisors. Although a long stone table has been set to one side, laid out with refreshments, there do not appear to be any other guests. "Welcome, friends," says the king. "I have a mind to know about the rumblings and rumors about goings-on in the depths outside my city. If you relate to me what ye know, we can talk about what ye might want to do next. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Oh shit!
We'll just
All
go
right.
do that. We are now at the next point in the game. We are now past the halfway point.
Okay, so I have a question.